of Remy Gardner on the front row with Agustus, his first Moto2 top 3 in qualifying, and Marco Trotter, Vieje and the Jangan on row 4, Luti Hedge row 5, Gartho and former Mort there on row 7, Ben Schneider, Buliger and Bobia, who we just heard with Simon on the grid on row 8. A bit further back,
30 riders head off then, ready to begin the 25 lap race. And of course, you cast your minds back to the last time Moto2 was here. Absolutely
slick rear, everyone on the stronger slick front except Hector.
The man to beat in the World Championship without doubt is Remy Gardner. He knows his fate, of course. How things have changed in the space of a year.
Over the last 18 months or so has been one of the big success stories, not just in Moto2 but across all three. There with Jack Miller.
You can just see there, so 4 podiums so far in 2021.
Yeah, still not sure of the destination 2020 in this current Moto2 World Championship. Samlo's also
around the Red Bull ring, and we're underway. Really good start actually from Gardner. As soon as the line
by Gardner was super impressive. He nailed that launch, but Bezzecchi got through on the brakes up the hill into turn 1.
Angle there didn't work. He's gone straight on there. He's gone really wide. He's lost a bundle of places, maybe just a couple in the end. Remy Gardner
effort at all. So Bezzecchi from Fernandez. Gardner slips back to 3rd. Good start there by Somkat Chan.
Is an early faller. He's crashed out at turn 3 on this opening lap. There is the number 20.
Marco Bezzecchi, a former Moto3 winner here in 2018, of course, inherited the victory.
Cracking start for Cameron Bobia. He's made up 10 places on this opening lap, from 24th up to 14th.
If only he could, harassing the Red Bull ketemen-temen bikes ahead of him.
Strong start made then from number 72, Bezzecchi.
GP seats up for grabs. Here comes Gardner on the inside of his teammate Fernandez, up the hill into turn 3.
Crashed out at turn 1 on lap 2.
This just shows, Steve, how tricky the track conditions are. We're only on
looking back to his teammate Raul Fernandez. These two have had some brilliant battles so far in 2020.
He needs to find some form back pretty quickly on that Italtrans machine. He has rejoined this Styrian Grand.
7, Luti down. Jake Dixon's made up 9 places. He's up to 12th here.
And his way to the checkered flag first. That's because the 2 men behind him have been so supreme. Gardner and Fernandez
starting to break away a little bit from Agustus, back in 5th. Samlo's now trying to find his way through on the number 79. Struggling to watch at the moment. And in the Aki Iho garage, keeping a close eye on his son, who's done suspect.
His father Wayne was a seriously tough cookie, wasn't he, back in the day, 1987.
Pressure here from fellow Spanish rider Aaron Canet, who's of course confirmed that he's going to the Pons team.
To turn 9, and he made that stick. Beautifully done there by Canet, up inside the top 3 on that Boscoscura chassis.
Well, a 30.5.
Yeah, the top 7 men into the 130s on that 3rd lap.
Really nice move.
You've got to be precise with that dry line. It's getting bigger, but it's still quite...
To the guys up ahead, of course, the move pulled by Canet on Raul Fernandez would have helped that. He's bringing Sam Lowe's.
Bezzecchi and Gardner in terms of lap time on that previous circuit. It just meant that the Italian was able to...
Doesn't look like anything pretty is coming out of today. Navarro 25th and Ben Schneider 26th.
Navarro's really, as you mentioned, Steve, having a brutal weekend, qualifying outside the top 20.
It's in the first sub 130 lap.
Pace hotting up at the front, that's for sure. Bezzecchi and Gardner swap head now. That was a replay at turn 4 of Sam Lowe's. Agustus was well wide, wasn't he there?
You've got Augusto Fernandez, who we're expecting perhaps a little more from. But in the
potential, but a late yellow flag on his penultimate lap meant he had to back out of it, and then he caught some traffic.
But it's not the first time that Marco Bezzecchi has led a Moto2 race in 2021 on off circuit at the moment. This would be a great way to respond. He's always been a big fan of this circuit, Marco Bezzecchi, right from his...
He's just set his personal best lap of the race, a 1:29.8, but it was still fraction slower than top gear through this super fast kick. It's turn 2 really, but it's just more of a fast sweep through that closed the gap on Bezzecchi directly ahead of him.
Nothing to split them, of course, all equal machine around 5. Great onboard pictures here. Turn 6, not really any room to overtake there, but Gardner looks like he's...
And Hector Gartho in 9th, who's putting together a real strong, fast, consistent start this Grand Prix.
Sticking with these two out front.
Yeah, and Raul Fernandez in 4th place, just out of your picture, just cannot get back on par.
Ayagura 129.7, bettered by Augusto Fernandez.
Contact, that was exit speed, and now as they sweep through turn 2, can he hold on to 2nd place? No, he can't.
As well, and Sam Lowe's then, he'll be pretty happy with what he's seeing there. Good stuff then, good race. So
away from that pack, and all of a sudden, like Steve said, he's now on Bezzecchi's rear tyre.
Found himself actually on the front few rows. There's a bit of a gap back to Hector Gartho at the moment.
Made by Remy Gardner. Oh, that's Raul Fernandez.
Really wide.
Wide. He did this early on in Assen, didn't he? There was an early mistake.
Really speculating here, Matt, but you do just wonder, don't you, this weekend, whether everything that's going on off circuit has ended
to secure his signature. Finally confirmed yesterday that he was moving up to KTM, even during FP4 in MotoGP. And there he is, back now then in 7th place. Recovery now.
Here's the replay then of Remy Gardner going through on Aaron.
We can't unfortunately see what happened between Bezzecchi and Fernandez. Well, there you go. It was all of Fernandez.
Well, both Gardner here and Canet have just put a bit of daylight, haven't they, between themselves. And great lap from Remy Gardner. He's got to the front and he's just clicked off the fastest lap of the race at 29.4.
Lap was a 1:30.6. That was a full second slower than Augusto Fernandez, his namesake, the record.
Here, both Ayagura and Augusto Fernandez are building speed. Ayagura does do this so often, doesn't he, Matt? The rookie just
sort of, they're not sluggish first 3 or 4 laps by any stretch of the imagination. He just hasn't got the confidence to attack top 6 finishes.
Oh, Remy Gardner's pushing. He's asking big questions here of Aaron Canet. Can you go the move? Then Ayagura is through on Sam Lowe. Agura up into 4th place.
We've seen this so often now. For Gardner, a 1:29.258, 3/10 he took out of Canet.
And it looks like Augusto Fernandez, number 37, is lining up a move here on Sam Lowe's.
Fair play to Agura on that last half a second quicker than Augusto Fernandez.
Raul Fernandez has been given a track limits warning. He's down in 7th.
Again, it's another low 1:30 from Raul Fernandez.
Yeah, and this would be a hammer blow in the championship.
For him to fluff his lines. He will not have too much of those fingernails left.
As Aaron Canet got any fight left in him to try and stay with Remy Gardner in 4th. Then the 2 Mark VDS riders. Raul Fernandez is now coming under threat from Hector Gartho.
He is faster than the man ahead of him. Happy siren, unfortunately, has crashed out. Probably too dry for us.
Look like in the background there, Augusto Fernandez has gone through on Sam Lowe. So Fernandez, Trotter's in 12th. The Gian Antonio's not having the race he was hoping for. He's down in 13th ahead of Raul Fernandez, and now Hector Gartho feels like it could be his moment. We're looking back from the number 25 to Gartho.
There's crucial World Championship points that he could be surrendering because Gartho, right on his rear tyre,
Japanese sensation. Here comes Hector Gartho though. Oh no, not quite able to get through on the break.
This year, Marco Bezzecchi has struggled in the latter stages with a bit of grit. He will defend that 7th place. That's going to have to be at the back of his mind as well. He can ill afford a long lap.
Bezzecchi a little. Agura's catching as well, and Remy Gardner is now 7/10 clear.
The Mark VDS boys trailing in his wake, and now putting real pressure on Marco Bezzecchi.
Felt in going into the summer break that there's a podium coming for Agura.
Yeah, he's quicker on that last lap than Canet. Canet's still working hard to keep that gap down to under a second. Got to say,
it's such a hard class to get right. Celestino Vietti has just gone across the line and posted a lap time that's as good as these
going into Q2, and then his weekend or his race has a completely different complexion to it if he can get a good...
This is a replay from earlier in the race where Joe Roberts went down at turn 9.
It's a fast old tumble at the moment in Moto2, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think a reset button, but at the moment he's really off colour, Joe Roberts. Want to see that smile back, want to see that
really maintaining some relentless pressure here on Remy Gardner. Canet set his personal best lap. Japanese ride, that was nearly half a second quicker than Gardner ahead of him.
Brilliant from the Idemitsu.
Here comes Bezzecchi trying to find a way through on Canet. That's just about as close as it gets. Perfect time to ride on MOTO2 bike pre this morning. That was in Le Mans. He was 30th, over 3 seconds off the pace, so
has to be a little bit cautious because ready to pick up the pieces then is Ayagura, who's getting 7/10 up the road.
Yeah, he's been able to just maintain that 7/10 advantage, hasn't he? back to Canet. He's got the inside line. Canet can't turn in. He'll just try and get the exit speed now, and Canet to try and...
No, into turn 3 they go. So it's now Bezzecchi second. Third for Canet.
Through the long lap penalty, the Italian.
Some good speed coming now from Augusto Fernandez. He's just put in his fastest.
The inside of Aaron Canet. He knew exactly where the Spaniard was on the outside. He had the inside. Work out the conundrum. A difficult one to work out as well. How do you tense? That's Gardner's consistency coming to the fore yet again. Oh, track limits warning.
Just to try and keep the bike in line. There you see, he was mighty close to it again.
Right about
that was Celestino Vietti. Incredible.
August made a mistake, surely. There's been a mistake somewhere. Sam Lowes came over the line in 6th place. He's now...
Marcel Schrotter there, contact between the two of them.
Oh, he hung Vietti out to dry there, didn't he?
Vietti
have to dig deep and work exceptionally hard to keep this 7th place. There's a huge...
As a result. So, back at the front. A moment ago, and it is happened, off in the top left corner. Iagura has gone through on Aaron Canet.
Gardner, Canet trying to find a way back through immediately, and he does. This is not what Iagura needs. Going to heed that advice?
Not a chance. Not a chance. In the background, by the way, Augusto Fernandez keeping an eye out. Oh, a twitch from the front end there for Aaron Canet on the approach to turn 6.
Yeah. Oh, likewise as well with Gardner and Bezzecchi ahead of them. How many times this year have we seen Aaron Canet lose the front end on that?
Across the line we go then. Remy Gardner completes 7 laps, 8 to go for him, and the gap is coming.
Won twice previously before, as you mentioned, Moto3 and Moto2 here last year. It's a track he does love. I've got to say, Ralph Fernandez is doing a sterling job of keeping that big gaggle of riders behind him on, isn't it? This is game on. Normally, Marco Bezzecchi, when he sort of drops down to that 3rd, just see here, Canet and Agura are getting detached from that lead battle.
Oh dear, that's not being a good return to the series. So here are your 2 separate battles then. Enough his favourite move into turn 1. He's got good drive. He's in the slipstream now with Remy Gardner as we cross the line, and surely
Ralph Fernandez certainly will. This is exactly what the Spaniard needs. Now then, what can Remy Gardner do
on Aaron Canet?
Bezzecchi's gone wide, so he's put in all that effort to try and take the lead from.
And 4 downhill, the block pass executed. Can he hold his line? Remy Gardner trying to fight back around.
Aaron Canet, hopefully, for his sake. These two having a bit of a battle. This is exactly what Agura needs. Just cannot get close to showing him his front wheel. The gap between those two is just about 3.5.
Championship-wise, things are all right. But he won't be thinking about that right now. Across the line we go then. 5
over the line.
The leading 4 on MOTO2, full stop.
Interestingly, Ralph Fernandez, we know he's got to fight hard to keep that...
Aaron Canet's turn. Now, oh, Gardner almost went into the back of Marco Bezzecchi, and he had to sit up.
Whoa.
He had to sit up, otherwise he was going to wipe out Marco Bezzecchi into turn 4. That one caught him out.
Now then, Marco Bezzecchi leads, Iagura in a comfortable 2nd, and Canet
up. Not only is he on for his first podium, can he do anything to... Remarkably,
I'm pretty sure, Steve, it was a couple of laps ago, I was convinced I saw him going on the green, coming in from Jorge Martin last year, and now Iagura, this is cruel. Rules are rule. That is so unfortunate for the Japanese rider.
There might still be a chance of him taking his up so brightly on the dashboards of these Moto2 machines.
Well, that mistake by Gardner down at
Celestino Vietti is up to 8th place. An incredible ride from the Italian. Well, this must be gutting for the Japanese rider now. Does he take the long lap penalty here? He's going to lose 3rd place as well. How cruel that is. Oh no, he's going to have to take another one. He might...
Officials, sorry, but the rules are the rules. The FIM stewards, they've got all the data, the pictures, have to come in for another long lap.
He's getting a bit flustered and angry, isn't he? Iagura, he knows how costly.
He did one for Iagura in the most dramatic and cruel circumstances, really, but the rules are the rules. Reeling in Marco Bezzecchi.
So, Bezzecchi it is that leads then. Iagura in 5th. Further back, Vietti again, he's made another place, he's up to 7th.
2nd quicker, Bezzecchi a 29.853, Canet a 29.353.
Can he find his way through? Can he find a way to claw back Marco Bezzecchi? These two have had some...
So according to race direction, they'll be keeping a close eye on it, but it says long lap, okay.
After going into the green 5 times, you get the warning after 3 times.
And in Austria, and it's not over. The gap now between Bezzecchi and Coment, well, it's held station. Comet's got nothing to lose, Steve. He's not a championship contender. He can really throw a bit of caution to the wind here.
Up the hill then, trying to find the 10th wherever he can, Aaron Coment.
Quickest man fight higher than 19th, would be in top 6 contention, if not podium contention. He's been brilliant.
Just wonder here, let's see the gearbox as he's going through the gears. Down we go, 4th, 3rd.
Saying that the victory chance had gone. 4th place though still on the cards for
10th out, surely now it's his to lose on the final lap.
Half a second, can he bridge that gap? Sky VR 46. Are they about to celebrate that since the Valencia 1 clash last October? But he's well on the course here. Surely he's got
to have this one in the bag. It looks like Marco Bezzecchi. So much talk about where he's brushed away everything that's going on off circuit at the moment, and he's dealt with it brilliantly. This is going to be winner
here previously. MOTO2 success here last year, and he's going to repeat that feat here to go into, sadly it looks like, miss out on the podium. But Bez has been brilliant here.
In Styria, 25 points for him, a 2nd for Coment and 3rd for Augusto Fernandez.
Anger and adrenaline, I'm sure, was mixed into that one.
Oh, and
Vietti got Fernandez on the last lap.
Just about.
Double top 6 for Sky VR 46. Brilliant job by those 2 young men. Marco Bezzecchi, stunning fight back for him from 19th place on the grid.